Hey, welcome to another episode of GeekOutdoors.com. So, on your journey on the internet, you're going to run into one thing that I think everybody does, and that's called the shiny object syndrome. Now, if you're not familiar with what that is, it's basically the whole idea that the grass is greener somewhere else. You know, you're doing this one thing, let's just say you're doing Amazon, and then you're seeing somebody making a lot of money from selling courses, so then you jump onto that. Or maybe you see somebody doing Shopify, so then you jump onto that. So you kind of get the idea. And on the internet, it's extremely difficult to, remain focused because there's like so many things you could do. And if you want to make a living on the internet, then there's pretty much millions of things that you can do. Now, I've definitely been guilty of this myself. And so one of the ways that I've been able to focus on actually reducing this shiny object syndrome and focusing more is kind of like contradictory, because at the beginning you're going to have to want to try a lot of different things, because a lot of times you really don't know what will work for you. So that's really important. But I think if you kind of focus on what your end goal is, then it'll make it easier for you to kind of like maybe pick a few things that you can learn that's relevant to the goal that you want. Like for me, for example, I actually wanted to work on the internet, and at the time I wasn't working on the internet. So I had to do a lot of research and just try a lot of stuff. So what were a few things that were actually working to related to the internet? Well, the first thing is I needed to learn about websites. And so I taught myself how to do WordPress, to build websites and so forth. Because if you're going to be on the internet, you're going to need some type of website. And then another thing that I learned was how to sell stuff on Amazon, specifically books. And so that is an important skill, because more than likely, if you want to do stuff on the internet, you're probably going to do something related to Amazon if you want to sell something. And then the other really important skills I learned is YouTube, because video is where everything is going, and YouTube is the largest video platform, and digital marketing, because you really need marketing for whatever you're doing, and there's ads pretty much everywhere. And so that's kind of how I ended up doing what I am now. And so right now, I'm primarily focused on just the content creation and digital marketing. And I really don't do anything else. I don't try to learn too many different things unless it is really focused in those two areas. And I'm also learning how to actually build a business on the internet, and instead of just being like a hobby. And so that's where I'm focused on. And I really feel that on your own journey, once you do face this shiny object syndrome, then just kind of think about that. Where do you want to be at the end? Do your research on people who are already successful in those areas and kind of see what they've learned. And that way it'll keep you from, I would say, spending a lot of time in areas that aren't getting you closer to where you want to be. So if you had any thoughts on this, whether you have experienced this shiny object syndrome yourself, or maybe you're going through this right now, be sure to leave that in the comments area below. And as always, if you did get value out of these videos, be sure to share, like, and subscribe. Hey geeks, if you are a creative geek like me and you wanted to learn how to create content on YouTube and other places on the internet, then check out my Gold Content Creators Group, where you'll get access to 30 videos plus additional content for all the creative geeks out there. And the best part of it is, all of this is free. Simply head over to the link below, check out my page, and sign up for my Gold Content Creators Group. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the other side. Thanks for checking out this episode. And as always, if you like these videos, be sure to click on the subscribe button. And for full written content, audio content, and additional geek stuff, head over to GeekOutdoors.com, and I'll see you outdoors on the very next episode.